Hi there! Today I'd like to do a review for you of a really cool tarot deck called the Tarot of Gemstones and Crystals. This is a really great tarot deck that you want to have if you're someone who loves tarot and crystals. So let's take a look at the deck. It is published by a company called AGM Mueller and written by Helmut Hofmann. This is a little white book that it comes with, and we'll look at that in a moment. So the back of the cards are just plain color, one plain color, sort of like a turquoise, minty, really nice color. The only thing I don't love about this deck, and I'm going to tell you that right off the bat so that I can go on and tell you all the good things that I do love about it. The only thing I don't really like is that it's quite flimsy. The cardstock is really flimsy and it's really slippery, really shiny, so it's really frustrating to shuffle, even as I'm about to show you in this little demonstration. It's still falling off my hands, slipping off my hands. Anyway, that's the only thing. Now, the cards are stunning. These photographs are really beautifully taken of the crystals. They show all the stones in their full glamour, very intricate, showing the detail of the stones, which I'll show you more closely in a moment. But like as you can see, very crisp details of the stone. You can even see the shine. You can see, like here, it's comparing it so you can see the size. Yeah, I read some reviews online, and I also read some on Amazon, and people were complaining that the colors were too gray. Well, I have to say that I completely disagree. To me, these are all really colorful, really almost exactly how the stones look. I mean, take a look. This is opal. It's hard to see here on my camera, but you can even see, if you look at the card physically, you can even see the iridescence and the shine and the crisp lines on here. So I think they did a really good job with the photographs. Now, the way that it seems to me the author has chosen to associate the crystals to the cards is sort of like he has picked a stone that helps you work with the challenges or the lessons that are embedded in each card, if that makes sense. I will read you an example from the little white book, but I want to show you some of the cards. Now, some of the associations of these crystals make sense right off the bat, and some of them you have to kind of meditate and contemplate on it. For example, we have here the ruby associated with the lovers. So we can kind of, see why. But some things not so much. Some things I was a little bit confused about. But anyhow, it's a very, very interesting deck to work with. Very creative. It kind of pulls your mind to think outside the box when it comes to tarot. I would say that ideally, you'd like to have a pretty good knowledge, ideally, of crystals and tarot, but it's totally okay to work with this deck if you don't know much about crystals. At the same time, I think it's necessary to have a little bit of knowledge about tarot, like a basic working knowledge. This to me it's definitely not a beginner's deck. The lack of symbols and visual images might throw you off. However, you can always get it if you like. This is just my opinion. Yeah, actually, I just came across one of the cards that was a little bit confusing to me and maybe needs more meditating upon. It's the High Priestess that's associated with Turin. That was the first thing that would come to my mind. I would probably think of a stone that's associated with the moon. But there's probably a reason to that, and he'll explain it in the book. Some of the stones are astrologically associated. Some of them are just directly linked to the card itself. I will show you just some examples of how beautiful these images are. This is moonstone. Actually, it's associated to the moon. Very nice. The world card, watermelon tourmaline. Yeah, for example, my camera shows this kind of all grayish, but in real life, this is really beautiful green. So don't be fooled by the camera here. This is a beautiful deck. The Three of Wands, Tiger Iron. Actually, I want to show you some that I really like here. This is really nice. The Tourmaline Blue Tourmaline. Yeah, it doesn't look as nice as real life. Nine of Wands, Black Tourmaline. Beautiful. Eight of Coins, Spinal. This Knight of Swords, Carnelian. I love this one. Lapis Lazuli, the Hermit. Oh yeah, Eight of Swords. Actually, I don't know how to pronounce this one. I don't even know this crystal myself. Celestine. I thought it was a celestite. I love this image. Eight of Cups, Malachite. Now, in real life, this is such a beautiful green. I don't know if I can change the angle a bit. Maybe you can see it. Justice. Quartz Tourmaline. Let's see here. Yeah. Just want to quickly show you all of them. I'm not gonna go through every single one. Rhodochrosite, Page of Cups. Nice. The Romance. Tiger's Eye. Ten of Coins. Aquamarine. Wow, that's a very nice aquamarine. The Hanged Man. Perfect. Aquamarine is associated with Neptune and Pisces. Keep coming back to astrology all the time because I love astrology. Queen of Coins, Agate. Ace of Wands, Fire Opal. So, you have a good selection of crystals here because there are 78 cards. So if you had an oracle deck, you would only have 44 or 50, even 32. I have one with 32 cards. So just showing you here an overview. I'm going to read you now a section from the book. I will read you about the World card. So the World card, which I have shown you before, is Watermelon Tourmaline. And now in the little white book, might as well quickly go over it. There's some intro talking about tarot and the associations they've given to the crystals, and then giving you a basic Celtic cross, then big list of all the crystals and the cards that are associated with them. Then they go through the major arcana and the minor arcana. And let's see, at the end, there are more associations of the cards. Chakras. What's this? Arrangement of gemstones by color to the chakras. That's nice. Let's have a little chart like that. So when he goes through the stones, he will talk about the stone that's associated with the card, and then the tarot, very short tarot interpretation keyword, and the shadow aspect. That's all. It's pretty simple. Pretty basic. So let's see here, the World. So for example, let's say you draw this card. It's really nice what they've written here. This pink-green tourmaline harmonizes the masculine and the feminine, the active and the intuitive powers within us. It clears the mind and gives us openness and repose. It strengthens the connection with the higher self, helping to improve our mastery of life. So it tells you about the crystal, as you can see. And that's all it says here. And then the tarot interpretation, the usual ones as we know, success, movement, just a bunch of keywords, and the shadow aspect keywords. So I wanted to just read that paragraph to tell you how he's, it's kind of cool because he talks about the stone a little bit and then the ideas behind the world card so that you can work with it in a positive way. You can use the stone to correspond with that particular card. So I really like that. I like the descriptions in here. So it's nice. It's nice that he provides you with a little help. It's more like a healing tool, I would say. I just saw a beautiful card here I wanted to show you before I finish filming. Smoky Chords, 10 of Swords, Olivine, Knight of Cups. So very gentle. The photos are very gentle. And Heliodor, 6 of Coins. I highly recommend this deck for you. I think it's a beautiful addition to your collection, and I think personally I've learned a lot working with this deck, and I continue to learn about tarot and a little bit about crystals as well as I work with this deck. I wouldn't say that this little book provides a lot of detail on the crystals and stones. You would have to probably do more research if you're not already familiar with that stone. But it really helps to know your basic tarot. Not only does it help, but it will help to deepen your knowledge of tarot. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I'll see you next time. Take care.